Markets. If you have a teenager, you may have heard of this place, especially if he or she likes to ollie, carve, or maybe do a kickflip. A family-owned business that is the longest running of its kind in the world.
Yeah.
The year was 1977. Gonna Fly Now was a hit song, and Kona Skatepark was dug out of bare earth in Jacksonville's Arlington area. 35 years later, skateboarders continue to fly through the air at the world's longest operating skate park.
This is the best place on earth.
It's like a good community. We're all like a big family.
We'll do, 150 kids, maybe something like that.
Martin Ramos's parents bought the park in 1979 after it went bankrupt. Not once, but twice.
When Dad says, hey, we're thinking about buying Kona, I'm a 10-year-old kid, and of course that's the dream come true.
Ramos, who grew up on a skateboard, is now Kona's owner. As other skate parks were closing down in the 80s, Kona survived, partly because Ramos's parents, Martin and Helen, held other full-time jobs while operating the park, and also because Kona was radically different from other skate parks. It had tons of concrete, a 20-foot deep bowl, snake run, and this, something called a vertical tombstone, where boarders drop in.
You're dropping in. It's a pivotal moment in a skateboarder's life, and the first time that was ever done, any time in skateboarding and competition, was out here at Kona.
Another first? When other parks were skating on half pipes, Kona held a professional contest on a vertical ramp.
What we did, which was unique, is we just took that U pipe and spread it apart, and that's what created our skateboarding vert ramp with that flat section in the bottom.
Kona's name quickly became known across the nation as the place to skate. Tony Hawk, a teen in the early 80s, traveled to Kona for the first time in his career to compete. That alone impresses the younger kids who skate here now.
I feel grateful that I have it, that I'm able to skate where other pros that we look up to have skated.
Ramos is able to compete with free public skateboarding parks by offering lessons, competitions, and demonstrations. Still, he admits the sport carries a stigma.
I think skateboarding still has a pretty bad rap.
Usually they think of us as like punks, but they don't really know the inside story about everybody. A bunch of good kids out here.
Ramos says skateboarding is going through a transition, similar to how surfing is viewed now compared to the 60s. His parents always strive to make Kona a fun place for families, and it seems to be working.
In the last few years, we've seen the dad come in, with his son and his grandson, and all three of them head out there to go skate and have a good time.
Despite potential knockout blows, Kona has gone the distance. It's survived and thrived. Kona Skate Park, another world-famous Jacksonville landmark legend.
So why is Kona called Kona? The main reason is because it's located on Kona Street. The other is that people think of Kona, Hawaii, which is cool. Has been alternative for kids' property. All the daughter has spread trend help that up the park. Away from black. They have Jacksonville that have hated city.